Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. What I do for you. I got something nice for you today. Let's get this party started. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message is the message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission, and I'm on it, is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where I'm going with this? So I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself and always to my yacht be true. Right thinkers, today we're gonna go over some comparison. I thought this was a good idea, and it's a whole bunch of information here that I can go through. I'm gonna go through it hopefully pretty quick, but it's information and it's titled "The Comparison of Kemetic Egyptian Ethiopian Philosophy and the Indian Hindu Buddhist philosophy in showing the symbolic, linguistic, mythological, and philosophical correspondence where they pretty much say the same thing and they understand pretty much the same thing. Some of them exact the same thing, some of them insinuating, but pretty much the same thing. But I wanted to get that across because every philosophy has a purpose and a reason and a goal. We're going to put Egyptian philosophy up against Jain, Vedanta, Upanishads, Samkhya, Buddhist philosophies out of India. They had a whole bunch of stuff going on in India. Egyptian, we had the three different Memphite, Thieves, and Anu, but we all did the same thing, had a philosophy that governed us as the people, and it all with the goal to what? Know thyself. So let's go over it right quick. This was fun. I thought it was a good idea. So let's start with the top. There's 55 of them, okay? I'm gonna give you the Egyptian philosophies or the Egyptian word. Then I'm gonna give you their word and show you how they play out. We called Nefer Sema Ankh Hotep, which is the Nefer is the trachea coming down with the heart connection. The Sema is the trachea with the lung connection. That's the breathing. Then you had the Ankh of life, the key of life. Then you got the Hotep, the slab, which means supreme peace. From our aspect, they made it real simple. They called it yoga. Okay, so same philosophy, just presented different. Here you go. First one, we call God Netter. One Netter. Netteru means plural. El is one. Eliam means plural. So everybody had a name for God. Okay, but we dealing with the Indians and the Egyptians right now. Let's go. Netter was the God. One. They call God Brahman. Dharma Kaya. Okay. Now I'm a butcher a lot of this stuff, but I'm gonna get through it best I can. Now we had cosmic order, which we call Maya. They had cosmic mind, which they call Mahat. Mahat. See if I'm going with this, it gets better. Number three, we got the lotus plant, 1,000 petals. When you reach the seventh level on the chakra, you get what they call the lotus flower blossom. And it's 1,000 petals on that flower. And the first one, I think, is two, then it's four, then it's eight. It goes up, and you add up all the petals on the lotus flower from the chakras. It gives you the number 144. Just You little heads up. Again, tidbit information. And they called it the lotus and also the number 1,000. When you reach the crown chakra, everything just blossoms, open up for you like firecracker. I spent it before I knew all this. I just knew it like psh, psh, just going off. I explained it like firecracker. They got it better. The lotus plant, 1,000 petals. Makes a lot of sense. Understand it. Again, number 4. Let me go. You got Haru. They call him Horus, the Greeks. But they had Krishna and Buddha. Haru is me and you, enlightened, knowledge of self, reach nihas. There, Krishna and Buddha are enlightened. Same thing. Okay, so they pretty much on the course. We got Asar and Aset. They got Shiva and Parvati. Parvati, whatever her name, yeah, Parvati. Okay, that's the mother and father. We got the sacred cow, Hathor, Mishkanet. They got the sacred cow. Cow sacred in India. Don't mess with the cows. Okay. Next one, number 7. Excuse me. Yeah, that was number 6, the sacred cow. Number 7, we got Tahuti. Okay. Tahuti with the D. T sound like the D. But on here they got Tat. We had Tat in Princess's Tahuti, so they got the same person, Tat, Tahuti. Number 8, you have the eye of Haru. Their number, you got the eye of Krishna or the eye of Buddha. Again, they got enlightened ones, Buddhists, and they got the Upanishads. What are you at now? Number 9. Okay, that was eye of Haru. Number 9, we got the symbol, the Ankh, symbol of life. For 9, they got which is how to pray, the first one, and they got a thing called Arnari. Don't know who that is, but that's their god, I guess. Okay, symbolizing for India. Number 10, the black dot. Circling the dot. They use the bindi right here, signifying the black dot for them. Someone put red, okay, the bindi stone, the bindi dot. They called it Sahu. They called it Sadhu. Same thing, unenlightened being, okay. 12, Buto was the serpent I showed you the other day with the wings, with the crown. The original spirit of Haru, the ancient called it the Buto, the cobra goddess. They called it Bahujango, the cobra. Okay, they said so the Buto, they said Buta, Bhuta, to become. Okay. Number 13. Now they got Anu. Excuse me. They also got Anu the first place. Now we got Ra. Ra signifies fire, sun, the symbol of God. Ra. And they came out with that because there's in the sign of Leo back then. So yeah, he got Ra. Moving on. They got Ra, also fire. And they got, what's that? Surya, which is the sun god. Surya. That's the name of their sun god. Okay. 15. You got Ra and the female companion Rai, Rai. They got prana and they got Ra, energy. Also, again, Ra signifies energy. Okay. And 16, Ra again for Egyptians. And they got Ravi for Indian, which means the sun. Okay. Virgin birth of Haru. Story goes, Aset brought Asar back to life so they can have one more time to consummate their marriage. Some say she was a virgin, so they never got a chance to consummate. So she brought him back to life for the one time. Another story, but the concept again, mythological story. They call it the virgin birth. Okay, we know literally there's no such thing, immaculate conception. Okay, but the concept is she brought him back to life, gave birth, and the son Haru. That's us mythologically. But the virgin birth from the Krishna and Buddha, they got story too. Okay, so again, that Mary ain't the first one. That's the last one. Everybody got one. Then you got the castration of Asar. When she found the body and brought it back and put it in the marshland, Set was coming out, found him, and he chopped the body up into 14 pieces, cut the penis off, threw it in the Nile River. The fish ate it. So when Aset, Nephet, Tahuti all got together to go find the parts of the body, they found 13 parts instead of the 14 with the 14th the penis. So she had to rearrange a fake penis, aka the original dildo. Okay, so that's what she used to impregnate herself from her husband who was dead. All right, and for them, they got also a castration story of Shiva. All these stories, and everybody got what a flood story, a God story, a son. Everybody got one. It's just a lesson that you learn in life for each culture as it goes on. From my studying, that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm starting to understand. So it ain't nothing different. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Moving on. Then you got number 19. We got a little ways. I got to speed it up. We got a little ways to go. 19. In the form of a saw, Haru is the Lord of what? The perfect black. In India, Krishna is the Lord of the black one. Okay, same concept. Hathor, number 20. This destructive aspect of Aset. Kali. Ooh, listen, she a bad girl. You don't want to mess with her. Okay, Callie's like the black spider. She gonna have sex with you, and after that, party's over for you. So you're gonna get your end, but it won't be good in the end for you. But that's the destructive aspect of Parvati and Shakti. Again, female aspect of destruction. When Ra sent his daughter down to get all the unrighteous ones, ancient time, the penalty for unrighteousness and not following God was death. Okay, when it got so good to it, she lost her focus and was just eating up everybody. Another story, but that's the concept. Hathor. All right, the destructive part about Ra. They got the 9 parts of spirit. I gave that a lesson a while ago. They got number 21. They got the 3 bodies, the 5 sheaths, and the supreme self would come out again to 9. Okay, the primeval water chaos, the noon that we called it. They got the primeval water chaos, Nara, they called it. Same concept, different name. The journey of Ra. That's from sunup to sundown. Number 23. Over here, they got the cosmic dance of Shiva. She represents time, okay? Cosmic egg, number 24. They got a cosmic egg concept also. Moving on. God, where? God abides in the body of all things. Egyptian concept. God abides in the body of all things. Indian concept. 26. The beautiful West. We bury our dead in the West. Sunset, sun rises in the east, it sets in the west. Life starts in the east and ends in the west. So they had the concept, okay? They call it the beautiful West. They called it the Buddha of the West. Same thing, concept, same, different way, same concept. Then 27, you got male, which is Geb or Asar, the passive principle, and the female, which is Nut and Aset, the active principle. That's the male and female aspects. Okay, Geb is the earth, Nut was the heaven. Asar is the spirit, Aset is the receiver and the intuitive one, immortality to offspring to create more gods like me and you, Haru. All right, they had 27. They had the male, Purusha, that's the passive principle, and they had Prakriti, which is the female active principle. Again, nature is the female, always. She's the giver of life. She what causes. Now they got the 28 here. It says slime for Egypt. Then it said Maya. Maya is the illusion. Okay, the world that we live in, they say it's an illusion. The real world is when this is over, where the spirit goes, that's the real world, because that's eternal. This is just passing by. This is a lesson we got to learn. So I give it that concept where slime must mean the matrix, the Maya, the illusion. 29, the Isis pose. 29, they use the Kali pose. 30, the castration of Asar. They got the castration of Shiva. Remember, cut it off and throw it in the river. Okay. You got the phrase, as above, so below. Okay, Tahuti thought concept. They got the phrase, as above, so below. Again, Mount Maru, that's the dwelling place of God, where Moses went to Mount Sinai, but they got in Mount Maru, the dwelling place of God. Same thing. 33. 7 energy centers, the chakras, okay, in the body. We call it serpent powered, okay, energy chakra centers. They called it the 7 energy centers of the body also. In India, they called it Kundalini or chakras. 34. The bull of Asar in men. They got the bull of Shiva. Philosophy again. 35. Stealing the heart. Meditating from the book of coming forth by day. What they God tell you, steal yourself and what? Know that I am God. When you give him your undivided, they told you that a long time ago, they brought it back. 35 for them is cessation of the mind stuff. Meditation from what? From the yoga, sutras, and the guru Patanjali, excuse me, I can't get that name right from nothing. But this, first one of the first gurus for the Indians. All right, 36. The swastika sign. Your boy used it, the Nazi used it as a destructive sign, but it just means the 4 cardinal compass encompassing all 4 quarter conscious of creation, north, east, south, and west directions, okay, cardinal points. Swastika God encompassing all 4 quarters of creation. Again, same thing. Trilinga of Asar, they got the Trilinga of Shiva. 38. The Memphite theology, which is the creation story, they got the creation story from the Indian laws of Manu. Again, everybody has a creation story. Amen, Amma, which is the Egyptian created God, and the Dogon created God, they call Amma, A-M-M-A, okay? That's their gods. They still practice their philosophy unchanged. Number 38 for them, the creation story from India. Okay, no, excuse me. They got a god, number 39, that was. The Amen, Amma Apim. That's Dravidian name for God. And it's always that AM. It's always the AM, the AU. It's always to that degree for God. Number 40, the Lord of the perfect black, the phallic Egyptian vegetation god Asar. When you see him in the men form, he got the big phallus, and when you see Asar, he's painted green for vegetation. The black only phallic Dravidian vegetation god. Again, they felt the same way, used the same philosophy. 41, Manu. 41 for them, Manu. 42, mystical Nile River. In India, they had the mystical Ganges River. In America, we got the Mississippi River. Everybody got a river that runs the long distance. Okay. The sun, 43. The sun god, we call it the supreme being. The moon, mind, the intellect, and wisdom. Tahuti thought. For them, 43. The sun god, supreme being, moon, mind, intellect, and wisdom, same thing. 44. Ba, which is the soul, originates from the universal Ba Netter, Netteru Atum. 44 for them. Atman, they call him the Atman. The soul originated from the universal spirit they call Brahman. We call him the Bircher. Same thing. Different name, same thing. Where we at now? 45. We got the writings, Medunetta, which is the sacred writings, the speech. All Egyptian hieroglyphs are called Metunetta. 45 for them, they got the Upanishads, or what they call the great utterances, the noble truths. Number 46, story of Haru and Set. Remember, Set is Haru's what? Uncle. The Indians got the story of the evil uncle who tried to kill the nephew. Same story, you feel me? The Hecker, we call Hecker when Ta said, uttered himself into existence, we call that words of power. They called it magic, words of power. Number 47, we called it mantra. We call it words of power, Hecker. They called it 47. Yeah, mantras, words of power, same thing. Okay, they chant and they say words, chanting. Number 48, they got Egyptian magic. They called it Indian Sahi, Siddha, and the Tibetan Buddhist philosophies. Number 9, holding the earth. They called the pastors or the leaders of the flock shepherds. Why? Because it said the flock, y'all like sheep. He got to take care of y'all. He got to watch over y'all. That's holding the earth. For them, they called it the teachings of the field and its knowers or the followers of that said religion. Okay? Power for those who lead, the pastor of the church. He's the holder of earth. Then number 50, my favorite, Hotep, supreme peace. Only reached by those who put the work in and get that reward at the end. Not when you die at the end of reaching enlightenment, anointment, Christhood, horsehood, whatever you want to call it, nirvana, all those things. But it's the work that you put in to reach there. Top of the pyramid, so to speak. Completion. While still alive. That's the moniker for that one. That's number 50. For them, Om Tat Sat. Same concept. Peace. Extreme. Ka. They got 51. Ka. 52. The veil of Isis. They got it, the veil of Maya. Okay, the illusion. Okay. The Isis with us is the veil had to be lifted. Why? You need to know her with insight, the third eye, not with these two eyes. The human man would never see her, the concept. Now 53, we almost there. Oh, I did pretty good. Okay, here we go. The Hotep slab. That's the little thing you see with the two things on the side. And the Hotep, it means supreme peace. They have what they call the linga and the yoni, which means the female, the male phallus with the female vulva going over top. It called the linga. That's their concept of male-female union or higher peace. Shu, remember him? God of air, the supporter of heaven. When Nut and Gab was like this, earth and heaven was like this. Ra said, break it up. Shu got between them, kept Gab down here, pushed Shu up. Only thing between them now is Gab, which is air. He's the supporter of heaven, conceptually. They got their God called, what's that? Vanua, that's the God of wind, aka the supporter of heaven. Last one, 55. The word cosmic lotus, which rising out of Asar on my book cover right here. See life rising out of his feet? Where he at, down here? That's the lotus flower, okay? That's life rising out of Asar. That's the concept. And what the Indians had the concept, the lotus rising out of Vishnu. He got pretty much the same thing, okay? So that's the comparison, but not to compare, but they're pretty much the same thing. But it's a philosophy that they had, that they practiced, that served in the work for them, fine. So because it's not yours, because you're not a Christian, don't mean you can't get to God. Because you're a Muslim, don't mean you're not going to get blessed by Allah. Okay, that's the concept I want to get across. Hope you understand it. It's all a philosophical or dogmatic concept that you choose to follow. I choose the Egyptian philosophical mystery, so I follow that. Why? That's my choice. You can follow whatever you want. If you follow me, you get to know yourself, if nothing else. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Right thinkers, in closing, may you all live to be 100, and me 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thinker like you passed away. I got some more good information coming out. Oh yeah, I'll be back.